boys and girls. So, welcome back. Ek second. You don't know me, right? So, my name is Deepak Vincent and I'm here to deal with a very simple subject called as mathematics. Now, I'm from Aryan Dedicare, and if you want to know more about Aryan Dedicare, you need to wait till the end of this video. Don't try to skip it, okay? So, let's get back to business. What I'm going to do here is that in your maths, you have 14 chapters and we're going to deal with one chapter at a time. So, we'll start with the very first chapter. The name of the chapter is real numbers. Now, real numbers comes for 6 marks in your board examinations. 6 marks is yours if you do real numbers well. Now, what exactly are we going to do in real numbers is that in this video, we'll just deal with MCQs. Now, why MCQs? Because guys, MCQs comes for 20 marks out of your 80 marks in board examination. Can you believe that? So, we are going to deal with MCQs now. Why does it say part 1? Because there's always a part 2 in which we'll be covering all the assertion and reasoning questions and case study based questions. Okay? So, let's get back to business again and we'll do MCQs. Are you ready? So, before going to the first question, guys, are you going to do it without a paper and a pen? So, please get your paper and a pen and we'll go for the very first question. It's a very simple one if you see. The first question says, if P is equal to 2 into 4 into 6 into 8 into 10 into 12 into 14, guys, basically it's a product of even consecutive numbers. Now, we don't have to multiply, don't worry, but just tell me one thing. What happens if I multiply all the given even numbers? Obviously, I'm getting a big answer, but can I say I'll be getting an even number? Right? So when I multiply everything, I am getting an even number. It's clear, right? Okay. Q, 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9 into 11, basically again, product of the consecutive odd numbers. So again, multiply over obviously it will be a big number, but then, can I say again it's a odd number because when you multiply all the odd numbers, obviously the answer is going to be odd. So now, P is going to be an even number, Q is going to be an odd number. Okay? But guys, karna kya hai? Let's understand. It says, what is the HCF of P and Q? Now, when I say HCF, obviously you know HCF is the highest common factor. In both the numbers, I need to take a number out which is common in both, right? But again guys, you're doing MCQs. Where are the options? Let's give options. Option A, 1. Option B is 10. Option C is 20. And option D is 40. Okay. Do we need any calculations? Let's try. Let's have a calculating space for us. Now, let's take very simple examples. What is 2 into 4? Let's just take the first two numbers. 2 into 4 kya hota hai? 8. Perfect. What is 1 into 3? 3. What is the HCF of 8 and 3? Kya common hai dono mein? Just 1, right? Okay. So, dono mein common kya hai? 1. Let's take one more example. 2 into 4 into 6. 2 4s are 8. 8 6 are 48. Barabar. Now, 1 into 3 into 5. 3 into 5 is 15. Can you tell me what is the HCF of 48 and 15? 3. Okay. So what point I'm trying to make is that if you take a HCF of an even number and an odd number, you're always going to get an odd number. There is no chance you'll get an even number as the HCF. So tell me one thing, guys. Out of the options, which odd number do you see? It is 1. Therefore, the HCF of this big number is just 1. Was it simple? That's it. Let's go for the next one. Yes. Okay. So, let's have the next question on board, please. Yes, this is the question. It says, if two positive numbers have their HCF as 16 and their product as 2048, how many pairs of such numbers are possible? Right? How many pairs of numbers? Let's understand the question. There are two positive numbers given. Take care. HCF is 16. Okay. We don't have any information about the numbers though. But the product is given as 2048. Question is how many pairs? Let's have the options first. Nothing to worry about it. Option A 2. Option B is 4. Option C is 6. And option D is 8. It could be these many pairs of numbers. So I think we need some working space. Let's have the working space right now here. Okay. Two positive numbers, guys. I'm going to take, let one positive number be A and the other be B. Now, when they are saying that HCF is 16, matlab dono ke paas 16 pakka hai, right? So I can say A must be having 16 into some different numbers which are prime obviously. So let me take all those numbers as x, 16x. A is equal to 16x. Similarly, can also say B also might have 16, and I'm going to go for Y because different set of numbers. Now, one important thing you have to understand is that X और Y में कुछ भी common नहीं है. मतलब there is nothing common in X and Y because if anything was common, it would have come with 16, right? That means X and Y are also called as co-prime numbers. Extra information, guys. Co-prime numbers. मतलब क्या? X and Y don't have anything in common. Okay? चलो. One more information is given. Their product is 2048. Which किसका product? Numbers का? Right. So I can say A into B is equal to 2048. Clear? Now, what is A? 16x. What is B? 16y is equal to 2048. If I want to understand how many pairs are there, I need to understand what those numbers look like. So I need to find out what are x and y. So what I'm going to do, basically I'm going to keep the variables on one side and transfer all the numbers or transpose all the numbers to the other side. 16 and 16 are in multiplication, definitely they will go down into the denominator. Now, I can go for directly 16 ka table, but let's go slow, no issues. I'll go for 4 ka table. 4 4s are 16 and 4 into 512 gives you 2048. Let me again go for 4. 4 ones are 4 and 4 128 are 512, right? Now, again let me go for 4. I'll get definitely 32. 1 4 left. 4 ones are 4 and 4 8s are 32. So what am I getting? I'm getting x into y is equal to, I'm getting x into y is equal to 8. Can you tell me some numbers? When multiplied you get 8. Good. Somebody said 1 and 8, right? You might also say 8 and 1. Good. Some might also say 2 and 4 and 4 and 2. Anything else? Right? Yes. What about minus 1, minus 8, minus 8? Are this possible? No. See, two positive numbers. So you can't go for negative numbers. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 4 pairs. Let me go for. Wait a minute. Question says HCF is there, and I clearly mentioned x and y are co-prime numbers. That means what? They don't have anything in common. Now, if you see 2 and 4 and 4 and 2, these both pairs have 2 in common. That is not possible. That's why we'll go for these numbers. That is, this is the first pair, second pair. Therefore, total there are 2 pairs of such numbers. Understood the question? A bit tricky one, but I guess you understood it. Got it? Chalo. No issues. Let's go for the next one. Okay. Yep. This is the next one, right? Let's have the question on the board. Here it is. Ooh, big question. It says, if there are 180 mathematics books, 720 science books and 864 biology books, what are the respective number of stacks of mathematics, science and biology books, assuming that the books are of the same thickness and that the height of each stack is the same, guys? What do we need to find out? How many number of stacks will be required to store such books? Okay. Before getting to the question, as you can see, we'll have the options. Option A is 5, 20, 24. Option B is 6, 18, 30. Option C is 9, 15, 27. And option D is 12, 24 and 36. What are these? These are the respective number of stacks. Let's understand the question. So let's have a calculation ke liye jaga. Now, there are so many books. What are we going to do? We are going to store them in some stacks. Now, question clearly mentions that the height of each stack is the same. So I can't have like mathematics scale a bigger stack, biology a smaller stack. Every stack should be of the same height. So I'm looking for something which is common. Okay. Now, if I'm storing the books, since the thickness of every book is same, if I'm storing 5 biology books and 5 mathematics books, they are going to be of the same height. Okay, great. Now, obviously, when you're storing something, so obviously you will think to store the maximum number of books so that your storage space is less. So I want to find something which can accommodate the maximum number of books. Right? Great. Are you sure that you would require the stacking of more than 180, 720 or 864? No, right? You can't store more than that because you just have that many books. So obviously you're going to store less number of books. But for me to have same height of the stack, assuming the thickness of the book is same, I have to store an exact number of books which actually divides all these 3 numbers, and which number divides every number is its factor. That means I have to find the HCF of all the 3 numbers involved. Okay, understood the question? Now let's find out the HCF very fast. 180, guys. What is 180? 180 is 36 5s are 36. I can write 2 square into 3 square into 5. That is what's 180, right? Next, let me go for 720. 720 is equal to 180 का 4 times होता है, तो I'll have to add one more 4. That gives me 2 raised to 4 into everything else the same, 3 square into 5, right? Next, 864, guys. You need to understand that it is going to be 2 raised to 5 into 3 cube. Do the prime factorization. It's very simple. Now we are finding out, guys, HCF. What is HCF? HCF is the greatest power of all the prime factors involved, right? Now, when we go for the powers, it's the smallest power of all the prime factors involved, which are common. So now, 2 is common, okay? So 2, 2, 2, everything is common. So I need to go for the smallest power, which is 2 square. 3 is common in everything, obviously. So I'll go for 3 ka square. 5 is not common, I'm not going for 5. Guys, what is 2 square? 4. 3 square is 9. 4 into 9 gives me 36. That means what? I am going to store 36 books in each stack. Got it? Now, I need to understand, for mathematics, how many stacks will I require? Guys, basic maths. If I've got 180 books of mathematics, and in one stack, if I'm able to store 36 books, and how many stacks is simply division. So you can go, it's simple division, 36 ones are 36, 5s are, you can go for 18 table, 18 tens are 18 twos, and 10 upon 2 is 5, right? And how many options do you see which have 5 in the first place? It's obviously option A, but let's check, let's not take risk. Science books, 720 science books, how many books can I store in one stack? 36, obviously, guys, 36 ones are in 36, 20, so the only option which has 5 and 20, obviously, if you want to check, 864 का भी आप check कर सकते हो, you'll get 24 books. Is it clear? So whenever a question requires you to find a number which is less than the given numbers, you will go for HCF. Is it clear? Right? Great. Let's go for the next question. Now, fourth question now. Let's have the question on the board. Now, it says, if a circular field has a circumference of 280 kilometers and 2 cyclists, Shonit and Deepak, that's me, cycle at speeds of 10 kilometers per hour and 14 kilometers per hour respectively, okay, after how many hours will they meet again at the starting point? I hope you understood the question. Okay, so let's have the options first. Option A is 140 hours, option B is 120 hours, option C is 160 hours, and option D is 100 hours, okay. I think we need to solve this, right? So let's have this board. Now, I hope you understood the question. The question says, circumference mein they are cycling, all that stuff, you know the speeds. Now tell me, there are 2 persons, right? One is Shonit, other is Deepak. What is Shonit's speed? 10 kilometers per hour. And he has to cycle around a circular field which has a circumference of 280 kilometers. Tell me one thing. Answer is in hours. I need to understand, after how many hours will he finish his one round around the whole circular field? Matlab, I need to find out time. Guys, basic physics formula, time ka formula kya hota hai? Distance upon speed. So for Shonit, let me write, his time is equal to distance upon speed. What is the distance? 280. What is the speed? It is 10. That is 28 hours. To finish one circular field ka round, he needs 28 hours. Let's come to Deepak. Deepak ka bhi again same, time is equal to distance upon speed, guys. Now, what is the distance? Obviously, we are both are going for the same distance, but the speeds are different because I'm faster, which is 14. So when you divide it, you will get 20 hours. So Shonit is finishing his one round in 28 hours. Deepak is finishing in 20 hours. Question is, after how many hours will they meet again at the starting point? Let's have a quick understanding. Shonit 28 barabar first round ke liye. Second round, obviously, guys, 56. Third, 84, and then 12, and so on. Okay, now I'm going to take 20, 40, 60 to, cover the distances. But for us to meet again at the starting point, we both need to complete that circle at the exact same number of hours. Barabar? Matlab, I need to find something which is common for both of us. And obviously, the first time milenge, the smallest time, the least number of hours we take is considered to be the answer. I need to find something which is the lowest one. Now, what are these? 28, 56, 84. Right? It's not possible for us to meet before 28 and 20. Matlab, I have to find multiples of those numbers. That's why I'm going for LCM, guys. So I need to find out the LCM of 28 and 20 for my answer to be correct. Right? Let's do the LCM of 28. 28 can be written as 4 into 7. 4 is what? 2 square into 7. Now, 20 is what? 4 5s are 20. So it is going to be 2 square into 5. Now, LCM nikal rahe guys. What is LCM? LCM is the highest power, product of obviously highest power of all the common factors involved. ठीक है? Now, तो 2 square है तो 2 square आएगा, 5 है तो 5 आएगा, 7 है तो 7 आएगा, right? What is 2 square? 4. 4 5s are 20. 27s are 140. That means after 140 hours, that's too much cycling, I guess, right? We're gonna meet for the first time. Do we have 140? Yes, it is there. Option A, it is 140. So what's the A, na? Right? You need to change this, right? Okay. I hope you understood the question. Matlab again, what did we learn here is that whenever the numbers involved or the answer which we require is greater than the numbers involved, we have to find the LCM. I hope word problems between HCF and LCM are a bit clear. Let's go for the next question. Okay. So the question is very simple question. For any natural number n, you know what a natural number starting from 1. 5 raised to n plus 3 raised to n cannot end with which of the following digits? Okay, which matlab we definitely need options. Let's have option number A. Option A 0, option B is 2, option C is 4 and option D is 6. किससे end नहीं हो सकता? That's a very simple question. That means I need to understand units place में क्या नहीं होना चाहिए, ठीक है? 5 raised to n, let's think about it. 5 का powers, what is 5 raised to 1? 5. What is 5 square? Yani 5 raised to 2, 25. 5 cube is 125, and then 625, 3125. Every power of 5 always ends with 5. We are very clear about it, right? एक काम करते हैं, 3 के लिए थोड़ा सा मेहनत कर लेते हैं. Let's have a drawing board here. 3 raised to n. 3 का power थोड़ा सा change था. What is 3 raised to n? When I put 1, 3. So when you add 3 to any number which ends with 5, you get 8. Matlab 8 so definitely it is ending, but since it is not there in the options, I won't bother about it. 3 square, what is 3 square? 9. 9, when you add with any number which ends with 5, 9 plus 5, 14, it is ending with 4. Matlab bichara ye option to gaya. Right? Next, 3 raised to 3. 3 cube is 27. 27 add with any number which ends with 5, 32 or whatever. So again it's end with 2. Ye bhi gaya. 3 raised to 4 देख लेते हैं. 3 raised to 4 is what? 81. When you add 81 to a number ending with 5, you get 86, something like that. So again 6 bhi chala gaya. So what is the only option left? Is that this, at least this expression ka units place will never have 0. So therefore option A is 0. वापस option A आ गया यार. ठीक है. Anyway, so I have understood the question. Let's go for the next one. Again the same question based on units place. Okay. What is the last digit of the expression 10 raised to 2 raised to x plus 15 raised to 2 raised to x for x? How do you read this? Is an element of or belongs to capital N. Guys, capital N always stands for natural numbers. ठीक है? तो x की जगह पे you have to put any natural number and you just tell me what is the ending digit or the last digit. Let's have the options फटाफट. Option A 0 हो सकता है, option B 5 हो सकता है, option C is 1 and option D is 6. I don't think we need any drawing board for this sum, but let's have it. Guys, 10 raised to 2 raised to x के बदले let's put 1. That makes it 10 square. 10 square is what? Good. 100. Okay. X के जगह पे 2 डालते हैं. 2 2s are 4. 10 raised to 4 is 10,000. Right? So what I'm trying to understand is that you put x के बदले कोई भी number. Since it is 10 का power, it is always going to end with 0. There is no doubt about it. Okay? Let's think about 15, guys. 15 का भी it's always the same story as 5. 15 का square is 225. Again 15 का भी powers क्या होता है या जो भी number है it always ends with 5. So I know this will always end with 0. This will always end with 5. 0 plus 5 is always going to give me 5. I can say last digit of this expression will always end with 5 no matter what value of x I put. Did you understand this question? Finally the options change to B. ठीक है? Great. Next question के पास जाते हैं. It's a very big question, I guess, right? But remember, जितना बड़ा question, उतना simple answer, उतना easy answer. Let's see. Let's crack it out. Question number 7. Given that x is equal to 3n plus 1 into 2 into 3 into से लेके 10 into 12 into 24. It's a very big number. And there is one more number given y. Y is actually 10 plus 1 into 2 into 3 into 9 into 10 तक ही है. ठीक है? Which of the following statements is true? There are 4 statements given. Okay, it's a big question, but very simple. A, B, C, D. There are 4 statements given. We have to tell which one is true, A, B, or C. Let's look at the options. Nothing to worry about. Option A says statement A and B might be true. Option B says A and C. Option C says B and D. And option D says sab true. All of the above. Let's check it out. Let's go for the first option A. Let's have a drawing board like this. Okay. Now, A says the value of X is always greater than Y for capital N greater than or equal to 0. X, Y से बड़ा होना चाहिए. That's what it's saying. Let's check. X is 3n. N is greater than or equal to 0, guys. Let's apply simple logic. Look at this bracket, guys. 1 into 2 into 3 into 10 into 12 into 24. It's a very big number. Irrespective of I put n के बदले 0 ना, it doesn't matter. This bracket is always going to be bigger than the whole brackets confirmed, right? So I can say ये जो statement A is always true. Right now it's true. Right? Got it? Option B. The value of Y is an even number. Even number. Okay, let's check. Y is 10 plus. 10 is even number. The answer. 1 into 2 into 3 into 9 into whatever. Can you see this? 10? When you take any number and multiply it with 10, you will always get an even number. Kuch bhi number le lo na. When you multiply with 10, you will get a even number, right? So that means if this is even, it's always going to be even. I can say option B is also true. Okay. A or B true hai. Option B says A and C is true, but मुझे पता है कि A और B true है, तो option B तो गया, right? Option C says B and D is true, but I know that A is true, तो option C भी तो गया ना, right? So हो सकता है everything is true या फिर only the things which you have done is true. Let's check. See, the value of X is an odd number for any n. मतलब ये n के बदले कुछ भी डालो, it should give you an odd number. That's what they're saying. Let's check. ये bracket again. I told you when you have 10, it's always going to be an even number. Are you getting it? So ये bracket तो even ही रहेगा because उसके पास there is a 10. Now when you add it to 3n, n को let's put any n बोला, so let's put 0. When I put 0, this is becoming even. So it doesn't work because question says it is an odd number. Nah. When I put 0, this option got ruled out. So that means option D, which said all of the above is true, ruled out. I've got only one option left, A and B. But let's just check for D. The value of Y is less than 100. Look at Y. 10 into 9 itself gives you 90. उसके आगे 8 होगा, 7 होगा, 6 definitely is going to go for a very big number. That means this option is false. So our answer is going to be option A and B. Got it? So now we did 7 questions, and you know the reason why we did 7 questions, right? Comment below why did we do just 7 questions. Okay, so I hope you understood this session of solving certain MCQs. Now, if you like these MCQs, I've got more MCQs for you to solve, and these are these MCQs. And I want you to give these questions to your friends to solve, or you need to solve it and see if you can answer this question. Don't worry, I'll go out of the frame. And so I've got you like 5 questions so that you can solve and get your real numbers back on track before the boards. Okay. So until next time, have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.